Welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. I am boasting number 5. This is Frontier Africa Reports. Let's get today's show started. Nigerian stocks bought yesterday. Dangote Cement, the largest industrial goods company listed on the Nigerian Exchange Limited, fell by nearly 1.2%. That dragged the all-share index by 21 basis points, considering the market cap, the size of Dangote Cement. Just on the same day that Dangote Cement listed 41 billion naira worth of his commercial papers on FMDQ Securities Exchange, 3 tranches, Series 1, 2, and 3, under the cement maker's 150 billion naira program. The shares of FBN Holdings also fell nearly 1% on the day that Access Bank also got shareholders' approval to move ahead with the new holding company structure. In BRVM, which is the composite index, went up 54 basis points in Abidjan, which is the French-speaking West African exchange for all the 8 countries, French-speaking West Africa. The Egyptian market went up 0.39% on Thursday, which is the last trading day of the week. Investors traded about 10.6 million US dollars. Some big names such as Heliopolis Holdings also saw their price up on Thursday. The Nairobi Bus went up about 11 basis points. Investors traded about 6 million US dollars on the Nairobi exchange on Thursday. Then you have the GSE bought just by 1%, a bit of a mixed bag as we saw an interplay. The financial services index on the South African market actually closed in the green. On Thursday, the shares of MTN went up about 2.25%. The shares of First Rand, which is a banking group, went up about 2.5%. So other gainers in that group, including Capitex, as well as Coronation. Let's move on to East Africa and get a bit of news, because the 3-day Turkey-Africa Relationship Summit started yesterday to go on until tomorrow. Saturday, the Turkish President Erdogan is the one hosting this particular investment summit between Turkey and the entire African continent. It's a 3-day event started holding in Istanbul. Then the agro-allied company listed on the Nairobi bourse, Kakuzi PLC, one says it spent 1.6 billion shillings over the last 4 years in the new ESG report, which is the sustainability report that the company released to the exchange as part of its post-listing requirements of the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Then the Speaker of the Parliament in Uganda says he's calling on all his colleagues, the legislators, to sit down to a major debate on the Uganda we want. That is a political statement with a whole lot of socioeconomic undertone as we look at the administration in the country. Then, of course, the East African Business Council has asked Kenya and Uganda to explore bilateral windows to resolve the remaining tariff barriers, what's called the NTBs, that exist between Uganda and Kenya, try to resolve this face-off between the two countries. The latest round was Uganda banning Kenya's agricultural produce imports into the country. Here in West Africa, where the Nigerian authorities yesterday rolled out the final Sukuk bond offering for the year, 250 billion naira in Series 4, Sukuk for road construction and maintenance. Nigeria is rolling out this 10-year paper at about 12.8% yield. Nigeria has done about nearly 700 billion naira in local currency since 2016, using this non-interest-bearing window to raise funds for road construction and maintenance. Then the holiday demand is expected to put pressure on the Nigerian currency in the next week, according to Asa Finance weekly FX report released. And of course, you got the shareholders of Access Bank, of course, agreeing to the new holding structure, which will put Access Bank in the basket of a new holding structure, trying to prevent the depositors' funds from the vagaries of the risk involved in the banking space. This is going to be the latest after we saw GITCO recently going the holding structure. So we now have about 5 holding structured financial services companies in Nigeria, which is Access, FBN Holdings, GITCO, FCMB, and of course, Stanbic IBTC Holding. Now, your Gulf Dangote Cement yesterday mentioned that earlier, quoting is 41 billion naira, 3 tenured commercial papers on FMDQ Securities Exchange. And of course, we got one big news also late yesterday. that the Securities and Exchange Commission will be charging fees, what we call regulatory fee on bond transactions at the secondary window. That will be 0.0025%. The announcement came via a circular which was released to the market by the securities regulator and says that move, which will become effective January the 1st, 2022, is in line with the provisions of the Investment and Securities Act of 2007, which empowers the SEC to charge fees on any type of transactions, investment, and securities offering in Nigeria. Brokerage firms will be charging 0.0001%, and the securities exchange on which such bonds are traded will get 0.0025%. That is now in the news. In the meantime, the European Investment Banks is 82.5 million euros, which was given to Ghana to support its healthcare sector, is suspected to boost the country's currency, which is the cedi, which is trading 6.165 to the dollar on Wednesday, according to Asa Finance. Senegal reporting inflation slightly down to about 3% in the month of November. That's how we wrap it up on the West African front. Come with me to Southern Africa. Of course, where yesterday we saw the financial services industry finished very nicely, while the rest of the market buckled a bit. Fitch has affirmed in a very surprising move the BB minus creditworthiness of credit rating of Africa's second largest and most advanced economy, and changed his outlook on South Africa from negative to stable. There was a response from the National Treasury yesterday. It says it welcomes this latest rating, an outlook change to stable by Fitch Ratings. The rating agency says that there is the risk of the variant of the virus still in South Africa, but that does not change the creditworthiness of South Africa as an entity. In the meantime, the state's debt is about 4.2 trillion rand in South Africa. That's according to latest data from treasuries. That is that's close to 100%, actually about 92.5% of the fiscal year estimate. And Sibanye, which is into gold and platinum mining in South Africa, says its gold output for the full year will be at the lower end of its guidance, and sees the yellow metal trading at about $1,742 an ounce as we wrap up 2021. Then one big deal between DP World of Dubai and DR Congo coming together to build a multi-million-dollar deep sea port in DR Congo in 2022. Let's knock it off on the North African corridor. Of course, today is the start of the weekend for Egyptian markets. So yesterday came in a little bit very mixed. We saw a jump in the transaction in Egypt. The Casablanca stock market bucked a bit by 0.01%. Investors traded about $80 million in total net transaction value. But inflation slowing down in Egypt, with exports up by 24.5% and FX reserves up by about $800 million is helping the Egyptian pound stay the course. And we saw the start of this week, the 29th Algeria Production Fair. The idea is to expose the SMEs and industrial production the production of Algeria. That fair, which is organized by the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, remain open until December the 25th, which is a Saturday and Christmas Day. And now some SA, which is a French company, says it's investing additional 10.5 million euros to expand its industrial base in Morocco, one of the shining stars of economic activities north of sub-Saharan Africa. And on a final note, Tunisia says its public finances are difficult. That's according to the Auditor General. Says the country's public finances are in a very difficult position, but reforms and management of risks within the economy is still possible. And that's about it for today here on Frontier Opening Bell. Enjoy your day. Have a profitable trading day. Remember to go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com. You can watch this show again and other similar shows online on our YouTube, Frontier Africa Reports. Subscribe is also free. Follow us on social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. You can also go on Instagram as well as Facebook. We'd like to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I am Bosin Amafaye. Bye for now. Have a great weekend.